Hi there. So, I am late. I'm working on that. Please forgive me. Most of y'all know I do have a 9 to 5 in addition to, or clearly it's not 9 to 5 because it's midnight already. That's primarily the reason why I'm running late because I work weird hours. And yeah, so I am coming up on my deadline. So, I'm here. Decluttering campaign, Forward Lean 2017. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for following. So just get right into it. I did do my two things, not three, but I did two. Mainly because I was at work, so it was hard for me to do both. Um, but I did do my Bible reading plan based upon the same thing that I'm doing this whole month is decluttering. It's called More is Less. I'm sorry, it's called The More of Less. Finding the life you want under everything you own. This is a 14-day Bible reading plan by Joshua Becker. If you have the Bible app, you can definitely look it up. I believe, yeah, it's just the regular Bible app. And I'm on day 3. That was based upon John 10:10. If you've been in church before, you probably have heard the scripture. The thief comes. Yeah, I'll just read it because I hate misquoting scripture. But John 10:10 says, "The thief comes only in order to steal, kill, and destroy. I came that they may have life. They may have and enjoy life and have it in abundance to the full until it overflows." That's the Amplified version. I love the Amplified version. So, yeah. It's just the basis of understanding that God does want us to live a full life without all the extras. And I think for me, I'm just learning that a lot of things are unnecessary. Even if I think about just my character, like, today I was at work and I had a few customers. I work at a rental car company, and I had a few customers that were a bit too sarcastic for me. I was like, man, it's almost like having too much salt in your food. Like, the food is good, okay, but then it's like, okay, there's too much salt though. Like, I recognize the food, but it's too much, and it's distasteful. It leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And I know for me, sarcasm can be a lot of times a second language to me. So I have to be mindful of how I'm reciprocating that energy back to the person. And so, anyway, that's one of the things I can live without. Being sarcastic, being a smart aleck, being just unnecessarily, like, tiny bit rude, at times I could be. And so that's something I'm definitely going to be repenting for tonight. God help me with that, that I can be direct and loving at the same time. I can be clear and not rude. I can be gentle with people. And so I'm working on that, guys. And so that's just a character thing, but this is more so talking about possessions, tangible possessions. And so as it relates to my social media, as you'll see in the note that I wrote on Facebook soon, that there was a friend of mine that challenged me to to declutter just in general. But earlier on in our friendship, she was saying, "Oh, I bet you can't go, a week without changing your profile pic." And I knew it was one of those things like reverse psychology, like, because she knows that I'm super competitive and super like, don't tell me what I can't do. So it worked out, and I actually I think I ended up doing like 30 days. I'm like, I'm going to show you, I'm going to prove to you that I can do it. And so it actually worked out. And I was proud of myself. I was like, dang, I didn't know I could do it, because I was changing my Facebook profile like every day. Like, whenever I felt the way, I would change my Facebook profile picture. And it was just like a thing of me looking back now. It was like a thing of like not understanding identity. Not just, I won't even go as deep into like, oh, spiritually or personally, but even professionally. Think about how that looks. Like, me being a designer, as you guys see, like, my work's pretty good or whatever. So I'm trying to establish a level of consistency, establish a level of brand identity, like, who is London Bridges when you see her on social media. So understanding that I have to keep a consistent look is really important, and it's taken me a while to embrace that. Not that I didn't know it, because they would say it to me all the time. Yeah, I would call names right now, but I'm not going to do that right now. But yeah, people have inspired me to do better in that area, and so that's one of the reasons I'm trying to stick it out. It's been really tough. Like, every ounce of my flesh is like, man, give up on this. This ain't doing you no good. You ain't seeing no changes right now. But I do feel it on the inside. Like, I don't know if y'all saw my tweet. I put out like a tweet or two about how my nerdy side is actually being stimulated. Like, my brain is actually being allowed to breathe now, because I don't have so much oversaturation of information, or like, overstimulation of like unnecessary, just stupid stuff like memes. Like, even though y'all know, like, I love to joke, I love to play around and stuff, but like, the basis of my brand, even personally, should lead back to just the all-encompassing person of who I am. So having said all that, yeah, I was really impacted. I've been really impacted by the challenges that my peers have given me. And yeah, this Bible study, this Bible reading plan has definitely helped with that. Like, one of the things it says is, give me a second to pull it up. Yeah, like the guy Joshua Becker says, spirituality has shaped my pursuit and definition of minimalism. But minimalism has also shown a new light for me on some important spiritual teachings I have been familiar with for years. And he basically goes into talking about the rich young ruler that Jesus challenges about selling all his possessions. And that's kind of how I feel right now. It's like something so minuscule, but like, if something you've been so attached to, or you've been doing for so long, and you start to, it's almost like I mean, it's really a bad habit at that point. Like, knowing that you can survive without that thing is super, like, refreshing to know that okay, I've overcome this habit today, and obviously it's an everyday thing. It's just like deliverance, like, it's an everyday process. And so that's kind of where I'm at. I've been a wreck emotionally in the past time. I'm not even gonna put a date on it, because it's been up and down, up and down, up and down. But this has been really refreshing, and I'm gonna shout out a lot of people at the end, because I just want to make sure that I make it before I, celebrate too big, But I am celebrating small victories, like y'all saw yesterday. I am celebrating those things, but I don't want to put the cart before the horse. And so I'm really encouraged. I just wanted to say that. And yeah, thanks for listening. If you did listen to this whole video, I appreciate it, because it makes me really nervous to do these things. So thanks again. And again, this was the devotional based on minimalism. It's called The More of Less. It is a 14-day Bible reading plan by Joshua Becker. Finding the life you want under everything you own. I love it, love it, love it, and I hope you're blessed by it. Go ahead and meditate on John 10:10, and actually what I will do is give you the last bit of this this Bible reading plan, the questions that we can ask ourselves. It says, in what ways do your possessions keep you from enjoying life to the fullest? Think about just this past weekend. How did organizing things, fixing stuff, buying stuff, or not having money to buy the things you really needed affect you? How did these things affect you? So let's ask ourselves these questions, guys. Again, thanks for listening, and God bless you.